What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Two Worlds Podcast. I'm Jake, and with me, as always, is the Dixie Kong to my Diddy Kong. It's Casey. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, my not much, man. My hair is getting long, so I get it.
It's true. Almost ready for that pony.
I'm gonna do that man bun soon. Then you're gonna be like, yeah, get off this podcast. I don't want you anymore.
Hey, man, I support any decision you make. Well, welcome back.
I know.
It's been
It's
one
been
month. But you're on the up, right?
yeah, hopefully. I
Hopefully.
had a, I had, I had a doctor come in and say, which, like it makes me like look back at like different little things. Like because early on, a chaplain came in and she talked to me, the chaplain of the Catholic hospital came in and she talked to me for a little bit. And then, she was like, "Oh, do you want me to, is there anything you want me to do?" I'm like, just pray for me. That's all I said. And she did. But then like I had a doctor come in and he told me and mom, he's like, "Yeah, I think God really gave you a second chance at life." So I'm like, "Oh, that chaplain was coming in because I was gonna die."
Geez. Well, just glad you're out of there,
Yeah,
man.
dude, me too. I was about to fucking lose my mind.
I bet. I bet. Makes makes all the crazies in Arkham and the comics make a little more sense, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, they're allowed to get out of bed without a fucking tube in their side.
Yeah.
So I think.
There, except for Tube Man.
Yeah. And then, what was the guy's name in the Dan Waters one where with all the nails in his head?
Oh
It's all
yeah,
over
it's
him.
like the Wounded Man or something, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
something silly like that.
Well, we've got some news this week, which is exciting.
And some of it's like from last month, but
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's do this. Let's do your older bits of news, and then we'll do the current ones.
Okay, so IDW, I don't know if people saw this, but they're going to do a new Godzilla Shared Universe series. It's going to be called the Kaisei Era. And I mispronounced that more than likely because, you know, it's me. But so yeah, we got Godzilla, number one. It's gonna be in 1954, an experiment with a mysterious energy source called Kaisei awakened Godzilla and other terrifying kaiju. For decades, humanity had his endured an onslaught of monster attacks, while Japan views these unstoppable rampages like natural disasters. The United States G-Force is attempting to fight these seemingly immortal titans. Now they found a boy who wields the power of Godzilla. Will he save the world or bring it to its doom? And I think that one's going to be by Tim Seeley. I think the where I found it, I thought had the people. Yeah, it's Tim Seeley and Nicola. Oof, this last name I'm not going to pronounce right because there's a lot of the enunciations over the name. So it's like Sizmez Seven because there's like even like a.
Sizmezija, that's the guy that did the Azrael book that I
Oh,
loved.
okay. And then we got Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone, number one, introducing the first ever half human, half kaiju hybrid in Toho history. Godzilla Escape the Dead Zone will explore the biggest mystery of the new connected universe. What is the truth behind the post-apocalyptic Dead Zone? The search for answers will forever change how fans view this new universe as they experience this thrilling and shocking ride. And I don't know who that one's by because it doesn't say. And then we got Starship Godzilla number one. For the first time in Toho canon, this trip through the stars will bridge the gap between the various alien races. They've come to Earth in past tales, but now it's time to visit their worlds as a crew of misfits embark on high-risk, high-reward kaiju-based missions with a secret that could impact the whole universe. And this is going to be by Chris Gooch and Oliver Ono. So we're getting a bunch of Godzilla stuff from IDW. That should be pretty darn cool.
The I don't know. I'll look at them whenever they come out, but none of those honestly really stuck out for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check out the main one. I'm not big, like, I like Tim Seeley. Okay. But it's very much a hit and miss thing, you know? It's never been like, Tim Seeley, gotta read it, you know? Like, So like that's the thing. But then like the Starship one sh for me should be pretty cool because it's, like stuff that we haven't seen before. So
Hmm.
that should be neat. I'm interested,
Okay.
obviously, because it's like if a Sonic book came out for you, you're like, oh well, at the very least, I'll check it out.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, Tim Seeley's definitely good enough. Like his King
Yeah,
Shark book was so much fun, and
yeah,
the He-Man stuff that I read was good. So, or
and
no, was
even
that
his
Orlando? I don't remember.
uh,
Either way.
yeah, they're very much like of the
Maybe
same
Orlando
like
was King Shark. I
yeah
don't
yeah
know.
they're the same tier for me though, like where it's like yeah they're it's just depends on who they're writing. If they're writing Godzilla, I'm gonna fucking check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Daniel Craig was he was supposed to be the Sergeant Rock movie, but apparently he's dropped out. And so now they're like, well, who is the closest person to Daniel Craig? Ah, I know, Jeremy Allen White from The Bear.
Okay, but I see why they picked him because he's hot right now.
He's hot right now, but it's like you need a more grizzled person like Daniel Craig to be Sergeant Rock, not him.
Yep.
Me and the guy that does my tattoos were talking about him because we're both just like yeah because him and Timothy Chalamet were both like I don't get it, neither of them could ever be like an action star. Like that's why I don't get Dune because it's like I can't buy Timothy Chalamet as like the guy that's supposed to save the whole planet, and like same with Jeremy Allen White. It's like no, he's got to be like in The Bear where it's like he's this anxious weirdo that yells a lot. Like that works, but I don't know about Sergeant Rock.
Yeah.
And this is something you might be interested. We're getting a Jack Kirby documentary called Kirby Vision. It's probably going to be on Amazon Prime. That's my guess,
Right.
but it
I
should be
am
pretty
interested.
cool.
I think if
But
any character or any creator deserves a documentary, it's probably Kirby.
it's like Kirby and Stanley, and then like Grant Morrison had that one that we watched, which was really good. But like Kirby and Stan both deserve it, and I think Stan's would be too nice. Which we're also getting a Stanley documentary just based on his like last years where people were taking terrible advantage of him, and like I saw a clip. It was kind of sad because because he was just waiting at the con. He's like, when can I go home? And then like Joe Quesada's like, ah, you gotta do some more of this. It's like, I thought I was done with this, and he's like, nope, you gotta earn your checks. Like, okay. And I'm like, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
But I'm like curious if they're gonna be nice to Stan in the Kirby doc because Stan kind of stole a lot of stuff from him.
it's true. I don't want to see any form of elderly abuse, uh, but it does make you think, is that some karma, from over the
Yeah,
years?
it
Not
might.
saying it's right. It's
Yeah.
just,
It's just like it's just fucked up though, because it's just like, man, you're Disney and Marvel. Like you guys have enough money. Just take care of these old creators, guys.
mm,
You don't have to do this.
yeah. It's like, why can't some percentage of each of these movies go towards the creators?
It's like,
I
no, no,
don't get it.
we say thank you though.
Yeah, they're in the credits that
Yeah.
everyone stays to watch.
Yeah, and then that's the whole thing with Rob Liefeld now. He won't do he's like, I'm not gonna do anything with Marvel ever again because they weren't nice to me at the Deadpool Wolverine stuff. And it's like, fair enough, dude. I mean, that movie made a ton of money, and if Marvel's not, doing their thing, it's like this is your thing, even though you're not the person that really kind of made him great, but like
Yeah,
he is your guy, so I get it.
yep. Yeah, they did Rob dirty for sure.
Yeah,
It's like invite the guy to the fucking party. Who's it
right.
hurting?
It's like he's trying to sell us pouches though, guys.
Uh, all right. On to current news. Okay, so Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner is going to be in the Lantern show. Don't know in what capacity. It just says he's going to show up. So
That's good.
That is good. I like that. I think that's a good idea. I can't think of anybody that would see that and be like, "Oh, I hate that. I
I
hate that
was
they're connected."
Yeah, no, I was just still thinking about that Lanterns show, and it's like they really should have, since Nathan Fillion's old as hell, the dude is that's Hal's old as hell. They should have cast Idris Elba and then had Kyle Rayner be the Jon Stewart character. It would have been perfect, just
Yeah,
perfect. But
yeah.
whatever.
I need to I need to read more Kyle stuff because I mean, whenever you and your dad were like just giving me book after book to read to get into comics, it's like it was that era, you know?
Yep.
Uh and like Lantern fans love pretty much all lanterns, but the ones that love Kyle, I mean, just can't stop speaking highly enough about Kyle.
Well, it's because it's like he kind of got Wally Wested, but it's just there wasn't a big enough outcry to bring him back to like his greatness, like because he was like the Green Lantern, and they did all this weird shit, which like jumping because I would jump in and out of Green like the his Green Lantern as a kid, so like I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, what the hell is an ion? And why does he have so much power? And why, like he's fighting Major Force, and Major Force shoved his mom in a fucking stove. Oh, it wasn't his mom. It was a doll that looked like it, and his mom then died of cancer. Oh, okay. It's this weird shit.
But then
But
his girlfriend was in the fridge, right?
yet, so that was like early on. Wait,
Oh,
like
okay.
Major Force put her in the fridge, and then like later on, he made you think that he shoved the mom, but then they kind of retcon that where they're like, no, she was alive. It was a doll. So, and so yeah, like he fought Major Force, and then like he ended up cutting his like because you can't kill Major Force, so he cut his head off and put it in a lantern ball and just hit it off into space. But
Uh,
like yes,
sorry.
there was just like a lot of lore that made it really hard to follow. So like unless you're reading all of it, it was like yeah, you don't know what the hell's going on. But
Well, I feel like even now, like Kyle's around, but anytime he's around, it's like, oh, he's just doing like this little thing.
yeah, or it's like weird shit because like in Lantern Corps, I remember it's like, oh yeah, he's got all of the spectrum and he's a White Lantern again and all this crap. I'm like, I hate the fucking Lantern Spectrum stuff. It's just so weird to me.
Well, I've got news for you when it comes to reading our books later.
Oh boy.
Um, let's see. I'll do another one here. So Jeff Lemire and Dustin Gwinn did a book a few years ago. It was 3 issues that was called Robin and Batman. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you were a fan of that if I remember correctly.
I might have been. If I was, I don't really remember what it was about now.
Because I think it was
But
like Batman and Jason, right?
no,
No? Okay.
because this one is going to be about
Oh, okay,
Jason.
nice.
Um, I think it's literally called Robin and Batman, then like colon Jason Todd. But
Nice.
anyway, I will more than likely end up reading it because I like Jeff Lemire and Dustin Gwinn. Um, but if it ends up being one of those like this is what happened during the early years, I don't know if I'll stick with it because we just get so much of that anymore.
We really do. Um, so this I'm like curious if you're excited for this or not. We're getting a Legend of Zelda movie. Nintendo announced it. It's for March 26, 2027 is the release date. That's all I know about it so far. But are you interested or are you like, hell no?
I mean, I'm gonna go see it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. I hate that it's live action.
Yeah.
I don't know a single person that wants that over, you know, it being animated.
Especially with like how well received, even though like I mean, I wasn't the hugest fan, but the Mario Brothers movie, like how well received that was, just make it animated like that, you know?
Yep. I think the humor works way better with an animated movie when it
Yeah.
comes to Zelda because a lot of the humor is somebody saying something funny and then Link just reacting to it because he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And also, Link doesn't talk.
Oh man,
So,
Tom Holland is going to do such a good job.
that is what they'll do. They'll do like Mario and just cast all the hottest actors and not
Yeah.
people that actually look like Link and
Yeah.
Zelda. So,
Tom
yeah.
Holland as Zelda.
Dreamy
Zendaya as
as Link.
Zendaya as Link.
Okay. Actually, all of my stuff, but my other three kind of go together. So why
Okay.
don't you go ahead and do one?
Okay, so we're gonna get a because you're a side-scrolling beat 'em up fan, right?
Often, yeah.
Yeah. So we're getting a new Marvel side-scrolling beat 'em up game. It's gonna be called Marvel Comic Invasion. It's from the makers of Shredder's Revenge, which I know my brother and nephew frickin' loved. They thought it was really good. You're fighting the Annihilation Wave, which I'm like, that's so wild that that's what they're going with for a game. And the characters that I saw for sure, there's still locked characters, but we're gonna get Captain America, Storm, Wolverine, Venom, Spider-Man, Nova, and Phyla-Vell. I bet you dollars to donuts you're gonna get Rocket Raccoon and Groot and like some other of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Um,
The people that were actually in the Annihilation book.
yeah. So you'll probably get them since they're popular, and then you'll probably get some other like popular
Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah. Probably like more spider characters too, like a Spider Gwen. I wouldn't be surprised, or Miles.
Yeah.
But
I think that could
yeah,
be cool though.
I do too. The only problem is it's gonna be a game that's probably worth like $30. Probably not even $30, like $20, and they're gonna try to sell it to us for 60.
Yeah.
That's the one downside.
Yeah. Well, I'll just wait till it goes on sale.
Yeah. See, like you're lucky since you use your Steam now. They have a lot more sales than the PlayStation Network.
Oh, they absolutely do. Multiple yearly sales. So,
Yeah. Nick always like the amount of games he gets that versus the amount that he can play because they always have those sales. It'll be like $2 games like, oh yeah, and then it's like I have all these games to play now.
oh yeah, and at least for me, I'll never play them, but
Yep.
whatever. At least I got it for a buck. Okay. So, Distillery announced within the last day or so that they are going to Penguin. Obviously, not happy with Diamond because they signed an exclusive distribution deal with Diamond right before they went under. So,
Yeah.
um, also the biggest news was, of course, this happened, Wednesday of last week, but Diamond has been purchased by a group called Alliance Entertainment. Um, they're a global distributor for music, video games, arcades, movies, a bunch of stuff. So like definitely in the same realm, but I saw like the CEO was like, I don't really know much about the whole comic side of stuff. So I'm hoping that like he wants to uh he's not gonna like walk in and fire everybody. He wants to keep everyone on. Uh
All 10 people.
yeah, all 10 people. So which really, I mean, we all knew that the biggest problem was definitely management, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. Universal and a company called Ad Populum are joint backup bidders in case anything goes under with this alliance purchase. Ad Populum is apparently the parent company to NECA and other toy companies.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Uh, no matter what, Diamond has been purchased. And that leads us to this other and last bit here. Image is very much not happy with Diamond. They claim that they are owed a significant amount more than what Diamond had listed that they owe them.
Hmm.
And I guess even posted like their contract with Diamond. Uh, and also they were like, yeah, we were distributing through Diamond because of, like a 20 plus year relationship with them. We're not doing that for a new person that comes in. So it's like, ah, shit, how many others will potentially do that? You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
yeah,
if they offer a good enough deal, then, obviously money talks, but it's like I didn't really think about that. They're like, nah, our we had a relationship with these people, not whoever is buying them. So
yeah.
we're not gonna do that. So
Jeez.
pretty interesting.
It is interesting. It's like it's not fun. Like it can't be fun for you to see all this type of shit
No, it's not.
coming
It's
out too.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely terrible. Um, but also I feel like Image is doing well with Lunar. I
yeah,
feel like everything's going well there, so I don't know why they would leave anyways at this point. So
yeah.
anyway, that'd be the news. All
So
right.
what'd you read this week, man? Because I have a so for those that are interested, I have a huge pile of comics that I wasn't reading when I was in the hospital. So I've been reading them now, and I'm like, well, when I finish the pile, if I ever do, then I'll talk about them. So it's just Jake this week.
Yep. So, all right, I read Daredevil 19, Incredible Hulk 23, Ninja Turtles Naruto number 3, Green Lantern 21, Justice League Unlimited 5, Batman 158, Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1, Superman uh 24, and Absolute Wonder Woman number 6. So, all right, starting off with Superman 24. It's written by Joshua Williamson with art by Eddie Barrows, and Eber Ferreira. I used to be a pretty big fan of Eddie Barrows. He did a lot of the New 52 Nightwing run. It's just not very good here.
Really. Yeah,
It's
it's
just
not
like,
ideal.
yeah, some panels are just so rough compared to some others, which do look great. Um, but man, it's just almost like he drew half of it 6 months ago and the other half, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
But anyway, huge, huge plot twist at the end of this issue, involving Supercore. I I didn't see it coming.
yeah,
And I don't want to give this one away because I think it's a pretty big one.
I
But
gotcha.
uh but it was cool. I really love the Dan Mora cover on it. But yeah, I'm interested because the next issue is issue 25, so we'll see, what happens with the ending of this one because they said it's going to be an oversized issue because of course it is. Um, but yeah, it was solid. I'm going to give it probably like an 8.5.
Voice. I'm pretty excited to read it. I read the issue before that, here recently, so
It's been
it's
great.
it's been pretty great.
All right, next up, we've got Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1 by Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez. Um, you'll recognize Rodriguez as the artist of that Bad Zatanna book that we read, but it works really well for this trippy ass Martian Manhunter book.
Yeah,
Lots of fun shapes and colors and artwork going on. I mean, some of these pages just look like a Lisa Frank poster. It's
yeah,
cool
that's
though.
amazing.
But yeah, it's good. This version of Martian Manhunter. He has like a wife and a kid. He works for the FBI. He is caught up in this really bad accident, but survives it. And then he starts like hearing thoughts and everything's getting super fucking weird. And you know, we'll see what happens. But
Hmm.
one super cool part is there's a page at the end that they want you to hold up to the light because whatever's on the other side shines through. So it's like a layered thing.
Oh, nice.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
That
But
is
I
really neat.
I like this a lot. I think Casey is gonna like this a lot too. I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
I didn't pick that up because I'm kind of just tired of the absolute stuff.
I think I gave one to you for
Oh,
free.
okay. Okay. You're basically a drug dealer. You're like, yeah, I'll give him the first
First
one
one's
for
free.
free.
Well, I mean, I've done that for several things. I'm doing it now because I really believe that you will really
Yeah,
like it. And
I
if you
know.
don't, it's whatever. But
Yeah,
it's just like, man, a trippy detective story is just something that Casey likes to read.
that is true.
Okay, Batman 158, aka Hush 2, Part 1. It's by Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee.
I hope
Um,
Lady Hush shows up.
Shush or whatever her name was.
Yeah,
It was pretty good. Like I should have reread Hush before this. I didn't because I just don't have time. Um,
well, then you'd have to reread like, because like if you really wanted to do it, you'd have to, because like Jeff Loeb also wrote like another Hush story that kind of sucked after Hush. I don't remember the name of it, but it
I
was
don't
like
know.
because it was like I think Prometheus was in it too, but it was
Mm,
like it was just something. It was like the Heart of Hush, maybe.
okay,
I
yeah, I
don't
don't know
know.
that one.
Yeah, I remember because I was getting like I got a few, but then it was also like in the mail because I had the subscription, but it was also like between like that detect like oh then pick up Detective Comics. I'm like I can't, and so
Yeah. Um, but yeah, this one, like I said, pretty good. Art's good. Like you can tell Jim, like we heard about this last year, right? So Jim's been
yeah.
working on this well in advance. Um, one one part that I thought was just really silly is that Bruce kind of gets fucked up at one point and he's like in Gotham Bay or whatever, and Talia just kind of like swoops in and saves him. I mean, and it's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Bruce is like, Talia, you were tracking me? She's like, you mean how you do to all the others? And she's like, you almost died tonight. I can't have that. And then just kind of flies off. I'm like, she's just kind of waiting around for something bad to happen to Bruce. Like, it's just weird.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It is weird, especially too like that would have worked in like the animated series era, Talia, but now
Hmm.
she's just like a straight up villain.
Yeah.
So it doesn't work as well now.
Yeah. I agree. Um, but anyway, overall, though, I did like it enough to keep reading. I'm probably just sounding a little too harsh on it. While I was reading it, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. Just like, it's probably not Last Halloween good, but it's still like, okay, Jeff Loeb's back. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like Jeff Loeb and like writing a probably a solid Batman story plus Jim Lee's art. It's gonna be pretty solid no
Like
matter.
Hush, you know?
Exactly. It's like I don't like Hush anywhere near as much as Long Halloween. Like I don't think it has the rereadability of that at all. Like I think the first time you read Hush, you'll like it more.
Hmm.
But then if you reread both of them, you're like, no, no, Long Halloween's just superior
Yeah,
in every
absolutely.
way. So it's the same, probably the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I need to rate it. Probably like a 7.5, I think.
I gotcha.
Okay, Justice League Unlimited by Mark Waid and Dan Mora.
Man, I read the issue before this one, and Dan Moore is just doing too much. He is so good.
Yeah, and the
Like,
quality never falters.
no, it really doesn't. It's awesome. He was doing crazy shit in that last issue.
Yeah. Um, okay. But yeah, this book, I mean, I think this book's really good. Like the series in general. I just think it's so good. Another character like Dr. Occult pops up and I'm like, who the hell is this? So I Googled him. His name's Thunder Lord. He can alter his voice, so he kind of does sonic screams like Black Canary.
I gotcha.
But he looks pretty awesome. Um, but then obviously the League finds out that there's a big group of civilians that they're trying to save, and one of them is not who they seem to be. And wouldn't you know it, the Legion of Doom comes back by the end of it. So we'll see what happens there. The My beef with this is that Lex is on this Legion.
Oh yeah. That's
It's just nothing like the Lex we're getting in Superman.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this book is supposed to be canon right now. I mean, it's the
Yeah,
Justice League
that's
book.
yeah.
So it that doesn't make any sense.
Unless the actual baddies that we have, have like created them, like they're like clones or whatever.
Yeah, and maybe they are. Um, but that was just a bit disappointing because it's like, man, the two writers on both books are so fucking good. I feel like this shouldn't be an issue,
Yeah,
but whatever. Um, Still really liked it. It gets probably like an 8.5, honestly.
yeah. Would you up it to 9 if it does come out that like they're not the real Legion of Doom or whatever?
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Okay, Green Lantern 21. It is by Jeremy Adams, and the art is by Jack Herbert. It's really good. There's this character named Starbreaker that's messing up everything. Um, we get some Connor Superboy and Kyle Rayner in this, so they're fighting Starbreaker and our favorite emo lantern, the Sorrow. And yeah, do you want me to talk about it or not?
Go
Because
ahead, man.
okay, like I said, you're not gonna like it, not being a fan of the Spectrum stuff. But essentially, the Green Lantern like council or whatever decides that to stop Starbreaker because of reasons, they have to restore all the power batteries for the other Spectrum rings. Um, and yeah, as I read that, I could hear your eyes rolling out of
Yeah.
your head anyway. Um, but anyway, then the other half is like Hal and Carol doing a bit of team up with Dove. They get to talk about, Carol stepping into the superhero role and how she's handling that. And then another Green Lantern villain makes an appearance at the very end. So yeah, I think it's really good. I mean, Herbert's like the guest art is really fucking solid. I was like, man, I don't recognize this name, but like this is the art of somebody that's been in the business for a while.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But
I'm gonna stand behind though. Carol and Lois both need masks if they're gonna be
mhm.
superheroes.
Yep,
Because like Lois doesn't do anything different with her hair. Carol doesn't do, like it's just like it's clear who you guys are. Come on.
yep. I totally agree. But yeah, honestly, probably another 8 or 8.5.
Nice.
Ninja Turtles Naruto by Caleb Gollner and Hendry Prisetya. I mean, it's fine. It's just a lot of like one-liners during kicks and punches.
Yeah, that's kind of how a lot of the turtle, like maybe not a lot, but like the turtle Street Fighter that I read, that's
Hmm.
basically what that was. It was just like kind of like, oh yeah, cowabunga, and like that type
Yeah.
of shit. But it's fun.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. Art's really good. Each turtle teams up with a Naruto member and they come up with like a secret move that has something to do with each side. So, uh, yeah, it's fine. There's one more issue. I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10.
Mm.
Incredible Hulk 23 by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Nick Klein. It's really good. So Charlie like sheds her god skin or whatever because she wants to go play some basketball with these other kids and just feel like a kid. Well, this like little evil creature thing steals her god skin and goes to Hulk because he wants to have a friend. And he's like, "Look, Hulk, I'm your friend Charlie." And Hulk's like, "What the fuck are you?" And it's super funny.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah. So anyway, all that happens, Charlie gets her skin back and then they uh they decide they need to go off towards New York to find Doctor Strange to help Charlie with her powers or whatever, or her transformations. And then at the end, uh, a character we haven't seen in a while is going to get wrapped up into all this as well. So, I liked it a lot. I think this book's good. I always like it a little bit more than Casey, but I feel like this was a stronger issue for the series, maybe. So I think you might be a little higher on it than normal. So, probably a 9 for me.
Nice.
Daredevil 19 by Saladin Ahmed and Aaron Cooter on the art. And this is the conclusion of this arc with, the Wrath monster that took over that kid. Um, I feel like it was for being the 19th issue where every issue is kind of tied into, these seven deadly sin demons.
Hmm.
This felt just a smidge rushed, um,
Yeah.
which is too bad. I mean, it's still really good because this book's fucking awesome, but it's still, I feel like they could have ended it on 20 and stretched this issue out a little bit more for
Yeah.
some different character moments. But anyway, still really liked it a lot. I'm fucking loving Daredevil Born Again. So reading Daredevil, that's really good as well. It's just like, give me more Daredevil. It's just a good time right
Right.
now. So
I still need to get Disney Plus and watch Daredevil Born again.
yeah, it was awesome. Last week they dropped 2 episodes, which was cool.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm loving this proper, 24 episode season that we're getting because
Yeah.
it doesn't feel rushed. It's like if you only get
Hmm.
8 episodes, they're like, here's everything. Where this, it's like
Yeah.
there's filler episodes that really aren't filler because there's an overarching thing, and it's just like,
Yeah.
damn, that was a good episode. So I like it a lot.
I might wait till it all comes out so I can just like so I don't have to keep Disney Plus for more than a month.
Yeah, fair enough. Plus, I hear they're already filming the next season, which is good because, boy, it also sucks to get 8 episodes every 5 years.
Yeah. Because yeah, I heard they're filming and then like I also heard that the Defenders are going to be back.
Hmm.
So
Which
that's going to be
is,
pretty cool.
I mean, I'm happy about it. I
Yeah,
I liked all those shows.
I mean, I like most of them.
Yeah, but I think those characters written by these showrunners will be better.
Yeah, it was weird. It was just kind of like honestly, I mean, even Luke Cage, the second season of Luke Cage, it just seemed like they didn't know what the hell they were doing anymore.
Yeah,
So, I
it
think
got
if
weird
they,
by the end.
yeah. So I think hopefully Iron Fist and Luke Cage will be better. Like Jessica Jones was like fine, except for her fight scene sucked. They did not know how to do like same with Luke, but Luke was doing more, so it was like a little bit cooler. but like they just didn't know how to use their powers and make it look
Hmm.
good. So hopefully they got that figured out.
Yeah, for sure, man. All right, and then final issue for me is Absolute Wonder Woman number 6. It's written by Kelly Thompson with art by Mattia de Luis. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that
You
name.
Casey'd that shit, man.
I did. This artist is the same artist that did that 4 issue Valkyrie series that was really good.
Okay.
Like the art is like very kind of hyper
That's
realistic a little bit.
yeah, that's awesome.
It's fucking rad. Everything looks so good in this issue, man. Like, it's so cool. We kind of get the origin of the dead Pegasus in this, which is neat. And then uh, a lot of it is this god questioning how um, Diana got various items or, helpers along the way. So she's kind of telling the story. So it just feels like a mythology story, which I love.
Hmm.
And when it looks this fucking good, I mean, this was just a lights out issue for me. So
Nice.
10 out of 10, pick of the week for sure. I don't know that the character has ever looked better than this issue.
Nice, dude. All right. So what are you excited about in the coming days?
Let's see here. Gonna go with probably JSA. Um, Interested in the new Daredevil mini, and then probably Moon Knight.
Nice. I'm gonna go Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. Like that, like it should be pretty neat. Even though I haven't read Godzilla Heist 1 yet, I really like the kaiju, the off-brand version that we got. So I have a feeling I'll like this. And then I'll say Helverine because I actually I'm caught up on Helverine. So
Nice.
I'm good there.
Love
All
that.
right. So yesterday, you and me both found out something kind of interesting. Michael Caine and Vin Diesel are like best friends, which is like such an odd couple friendship. So I was just like, what's your favorite odd couple friendships in comics?
Um, I think one that's kind of recent was actually from that Night Terrors book, and that was Robot Man and Zatanna.
Yeah,
That was just so fun, and like wouldn't expect that to be a thing, but it's like, man, I kind of want more of it.
yeah.
Um, Man, having some trouble with this. Feel free to give
Okay.
some of your own.
The Adam and Hawkman is one of the ones where I'm like, this is such a weirdo combo, but I always love it when because they were like best friends, but it's like, why? What do you guys have in common?
I'll tell you what, poor sales.
There we go. And another one other than being green, Green Arrow and Green Lantern. Like, if they didn't have green in their name, there'd be no reason. It's like, oh yeah, the guy that flies in outer space and the the rich guy that shoots arrows, who now has become liberal, and then Hal's kind of like I think more moderate in that series.
Mhm.
Like he was kind of like the moderate voice was like, well, come on. Drugs are bad. And then he's like, nah, they're okay. Then he's like, oh, my ward is a junkie? Bam!
That pretty much summed up that
Yeah.
issue.
And trying to think of some Marvel ones that are fun. Like Wolverine and Jubilee. That one was always a fun
Yeah,
friendship too. Even though it was more like a big brother than a friendship, but still.
right. I mean, hell, along those lines, I would say Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah. Again, for sales.
Hmm.
And then like, oh man. I mean, Hercules and Thor, like, I mean, they go together because they're both But like personality wise, until recently, they were nothing alike, and that made it a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. And I think everyone's excited when there's a new issue about the two of those. So,
Yeah, I bet it's less exciting now because Hercules, it's this kind of like, oh yeah, Hercules is just sober Thor now. Like, okay, boy, this is fun.
they're gonna arm wrestle.
Yeah. It's like, how's your committed relationship, Hercules? Oh, it's great. It's like, this is lame. Come on. It's like, you want a drink? Sorry, I have my 1 year chip here.
Right.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, could have done this with a different character.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
I
the fucking God has to worry about alcoholism. Okay.
right. Another one that's also recent because of Birds of Prey is Big Barda and Cassandra.
Oh yeah.
It's like those two are the absolute besties in that series, and it's just funny because why?
You're right. I mean, in
Other
all
than they
fair,
both like to kick the shit out of stuff.
and there's a lot of trauma there too. You know, they maybe
Yeah,
they're the trauma twins.
yeah, they are for sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it counts as an odd couple per se, but like really, Booster and Beetle are kind of an odd couple.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I think Nightwing and Wally
Hmm.
are an odd couple too. That's, because it's like, oh, it's just because we're on the Teen Titans and we're besties that way. Because
Yeah.
otherwise we would not, like they have nothing in common. That's like one of the things Jeff Johns in his Wally run, was writing. It's like, what happened? Like we don't hang out anymore. It's like, oh yeah, one of us got married. And then
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, that was a good one. Good one to think of.
yeah, tell us some of your favorite odd couples.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that basically brings us to the end, man.
Yeah. I mean, like leave us a comment down below. Watch the my unboxings because like that's like the only way you could have seen me for the past 3 weeks.
Hmm.
And like I said, leave comments below about whatever you want to.
Yeah,
Maybe you're
tell
just
tell Casey you're glad he's back.
or you're like, bring Preston back.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Preston, by the way, for
Yes,
being a
thank
step
you.
in. You were a great step in.
You
Always
were
love having you on.
I was listening to your and Jake's sultry voices while I was in the hospital bed, and I'd like be listening to it, and like my nurse would come like, "Oh, I gotta turn this off. I don't want them to know I'm listening to podcasts."
I was talking about furries and shit right in front of your nurse.
They're
So
like, don't turn that off. What is this? That sounds pretty cool. Like, well, normally I'm the host, and they're like, oh, well, never mind.
it's like, sure, Casey, here's your
Yeah,
pills.
yeah. Like, oh, thank you. I needed these.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week with another one. And we'd love to stay in chat, but we got to go kick the shit out of King K. Rules. So we'll catch you next time. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Two Worlds Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram at Two Worlds Pod, on Twitter at two_worlds_PC, and on Facebook at facebook.com/twoworldspodcast. You can email us with any questions or comments at twoworldspodcast@gmail.com, and if you would, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Two Worlds Podcast on YouTube.